Hi and welcome, it's Ruth here at Artful Stampin, and it's another Stamping Sunday blog hop. We're going to be using some gorgeous new products from the mini catalogue that is available in August. So hold tight. The stamp set that I used to create that stamped one sheet wonder is called Merriest Moments, and it comes with a frame, die set and embossing folder, and it's called a hybrid embossing folder because there's a big die that you can actually sit inside that embossing folder when you figure out the configuration. It just takes a couple of minutes to kind of figure it out, and I've realized you've actually just got to put it onto the panel that has the Stampin' Up logo onto it. It also features this beautiful, very detailed die that cuts out these pieces that you can then place inside the embossing folder to add extra texture. And also you can have fun actually inking your embossing folder first and then running the white cardstock through it. So I had a merry old time, playing with these stamps, stamping some, embossing and cutting them out. I also had some various pieces of leaves and little tiny flowers ready to play with when putting my cards together. So I decided to cut some small panels that were going to sit just inside a rectangle framelit, which is actually part of that die set. Now, when I first cut them out, I realised at this point that I'd cut them too large, so I just had to cut an extra 5mm around the edge. So this is Bermuda Bay. No, it's not. It's Coastal Cabana cardstock base with a Bermuda Bay leafy frame, and I decided to frame it with that white rectangle stitch framelit, and then decorated it with some little tiny flowers, stamped the joy and cut it out by hand just to place it there in the corner. So quite quickly, once all the pieces are cut out, you can make some very ornate looking cards without all the faff of actually having to cut out all those details out yourself. And it's, I think, that really drew me to this set because it's just so pretty. Now, did I mention this is a blog hop featuring new products from the mini catalogue that's going to be available on the 3rd of August, and it's a pack full of sort of Christmassy things, got some harvest themed things, and so I'm very much looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with using these products. So here I am placing one of the larger and the medium size flowers together that I'd already embossed with silver embossing powder, and then placing some of the leaves that I'd already dyed and cut out. And this time I'm using the pieces that I had embossed by getting my ink pad, my Coastal Cabana ink pad, and actually running it over the embossing folder before placing the white cardstock in, and it just helps to sort of draw out the real detail in the embossing folder. So I ended up making 4 cards because I'd cut out so many bits and pieces and had a really good time kind of just playing with all different colours and textures. So as you can see, I'm here stamping the Pear Pizzazz ink leaves just in the background, just to sort of take away the starkness and plainness of the card base, and also stamped a little green leaf onto the sentiment panel as well. So here's the finished card where I just stuck all those leaves in, and of course finished them with a little bit of bling. These are in the annual catalogue, so to my defence, they're new to me. I only received them this week. They're called the Genial Gems, and they're a lovely kind of fairly clear gem with some gold speckles in, and then there's another one that's sort of almost like a slightly green tinge. So I use the ones that were more golden because they're slightly see-through, so when you actually stick them onto a blue background, you can see a little bit of that blue coming through. So I had another play again with those lovely flowers, and stuck some of the tiny blue flowers, which again are in that die set. It is packed full of different things to use, and I had great fun kind of arranging these flowers and pieces onto the card. So please do go and check out the blog post that's in the description below, and go and have a look at the other list of blogger participants, because no doubt you will be wowed by their creativity. The team is are amazing, very creative group of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators from around the world. So with this one, I decided to put that Season's Greetings on there, again cut out by hand. And here are all the 4 different finished cards. Now I had some of that paper left over, so I decided to do something with it, and there's just a reminder of the colours that I used: Bermuda Bay, Pear Pizzazz and Coastal Cabana. So I have these brown paper bags that I bought. Usually I end up putting either little presents in them, or when customers buy stamp sets, they fit perfectly in there. So I have a little stash of them ready to go, and I love decorating them. So I used the rectangle die from that set to cut out a tag, and ran it through my mini embossing and my mini cut and emboss machine, which is really handy because I can just like grab it and have it on my desk, and it doesn't take up much room. So this little leaf was going to be covering my hole, so I decided to punch a little hole in it before sticking it down, so that I wouldn't have the frustration of trying to get ribbon through a hole that didn't exist. So just a reminder to do that. You know, don't feel you can't cover up a hole, just put a hole in the leaf. So there we go. Had to finish it with the gem. I nearly put some on those 3 little ones, but decided against it, and then tied it with some ribbon that's in the annual catalogue. It's this lovely sort of 2-tone ribbon, and I thought it was quite fitting to go with the colour scheme that I had in existence. So thank you so much for watching me, and if it's the first time you're visiting, please do subscribe and visit again, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Take care for now. Bye.